whatever it is, at the end of it, I'm a teacher like you. All of us are colleagues. So that's where we stand together. And probably, I basically start with a big thanks to Professor Lakshmi sir. And then, of course, I know the others, the seniors over here, the Principal Stanley and your Vice Principal and the other dignitaries sitting over here. Among the participants, the humble participation along with the other teachers. Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity to come here and talk to colleagues. Looks like it's a big gathering. And then usually I'm invited to give lectures, but I don't give lectures. When I come and participate in programs like this, I know we are all teachers. Standing here and talking is easy for a teacher, especially when you are confident with your subject. Obviously, we are confident with our subject matter. We are all masters in our respective subjects. To the extent that we can share our knowledge with the students, we are fine with it. We tend to gain more and more knowledge every day in our interactions with our students, in our interactions with our colleagues. Extension and depth of knowledge. Extensively as well as intensively, we tend to improve our knowledge and skills. Well, talking over here is pretty easy for a teacher. Sitting on the other side is not so easy. Sitting for 1.5 hours and 3 hours at a stretch, listening. And you have so many things that crop up in your mind as somebody else is talking. So I know what the predicament is. I have attended certain orientation courses, refresher courses and all which are mandatory for us, for our career advancement and all. So I know it's not very easy to sit on the other side of the podium. So usually I don't give lectures. Once again, I go back to what I have said. I would rather make it interactive. All mature adult participants who are as well versed as I am with whatever knowledge in our respective fields or more well versed than me in certain others which would probably scare me. Mathematics, for example, and much more. Masters in certain fields. So let's all, it's a peer group. So let's all interact together. Is that all right? Yes. I will not stand here. I will come there. And though there is a PowerPoint, though there are things that I have to share with you, a psychologist has been invited and a psychologist has to talk from a psychological perspective and a psychosocial perspective, yes. At the same time, I would also want to learn a lot from you. I would also love to gain certain inputs from you as well. So well, here we go. Is that all right? Yes. Everyone will participate? Yes. Is that an assurance? Yes. Sir, with the kind permission of principal, sir will make some noise. It won't be very silent probably. Since it's a peer group now, we are all going to interact together. It may not be very silent and classroomish, if I have to use the current trend of expression. It's not going to be very classroomish, is what the students say. No? That's all. Well, it's not. It may not precisely be that. At the same time, let me also tell you, I have to give you my theoretical inputs. So you should permit me for that as well. So we'll start basically with certain theoretical inputs. And then we will go into interaction. Is it all right with you? Everyone? So for the coming 1 hour, I don't want anyone sitting dull out there, waiting for this lady to talk and finish, maybe at 11:30 or maybe at 11:15 or whatever. So I rather want all of you to participate. Come forward. We all know as teachers that last benches are the favorites. They'll be targeted more. Whenever we go to the orientation courses and refresher courses, what we do is, we generally go early. No, don't misunderstand me. We don't compete for the first benches. We compete for the last benches. They will be occupied first. So whenever we go for refresher courses and orientation courses, what we do is, we go early so that those benches were occupied by us, those chairs were occupied by us. Then unfortunately, within 1 or 2 days, we understand that we are targeted more. So we used to think, chalo, first benches are the favorites, they are generally not asked any questions, only last benches are being targeted. So we used to sit here. So all the attention on us. We can't even pass checks, we can't even do anything. All the mischief we ought to do as students, whatever our age is. Once we go on to the other side, we become the students, right, as participants. We can't do all that, we can't feel free. So finally, the reality dawned on us. Don't sit in the last rows, don't sit in the front rows, middle rows are the best. Anyway, I hope everyone is a little more alert now to the realities of being students. It's very uncomfortable for me to stand only there and talk, especially to teachers. So I would rather be with you. As I said, we are all teachers and parents. So well, I'm here to talk about self. How can I talk about anybody's self? Who am I to talk about self? Me, I. How would I know about yourself? So, I would rather say, you know yourself. You know yourself? You know yourself? I'm already asking questions. You know yourself? Yes? No? Yeah? You know? You know? Okay. Sure? Are you sure you know? Shall I test? Shall I test? Shall I assess? You all have your notebooks with you? Your notepads with you? Writing pads? Pull out. Please pull out your notepads. Open a fresh page. Open a fresh page. Write your name on that. On the top left hand or right hand corner, as per your choice. I'm going to keep this brief. Actually, this is an intense exercise, which means a lot later. But then at this point in time, I'm going to limit it. I'm going to give you a part of the exercise, not the whole. You have opened a new page, you have written your name on that. So let's talk about ourselves on that page. I'll give you 2 minutes time. 2 minutes. Ma'am, your phone is... Yeah, no, the torch is on. Yeah. So, this is how we tend to get distracted. Yeah? Well, so let's write about ourselves. I'll give you 2 minutes time. So I'll give you 2 minutes time, and within those 2 minutes, you need to write as many positives about yourself as you can. Minimum is 5. My instructions are here. I didn't say start. I didn't say start yet. Yeah? When I say start, start, and exactly 2 minutes from then. Yeah? Minimum is 5 positives about you. Yes, ma'am? Something which I missed? Yeah, please tell me. Okay. Something which I may have missed? Well. So when I say start, you will start with writing some positives about you. Whatever you think are the best qualities or good qualities, positive qualities about you. Minimum is 5. It can be anything more than that. And before we start off, you all know each other? All of you? Everyone knows about each other? Sure? Okay, then start. 2 minutes, right? Minimum 5. And please, it's about your positives. You don't have to consult your neighbor or look into the paper of your neighbor to write about your positives. Please. It's about you, not about your neighbor. Please. I hope I make myself clear. Let's say it about ourselves. You don't have to ask your neighbor about you. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop. Yeah, please stop. Was it easy? No. Okay. So, there must be another part of the page. The remaining part of the page. Shall we write negatives? Wait. We didn't say start. There is a procedure that we decided we will follow. Start. Minimum 5. More than that, any number? You don't have to consult your neighbor and discuss. It's us, sir. It's ours. It's about us. Me. Every I. The others need not be distracted. We can write. Stop. Stop. Was it easy? More difficult. Okay. Take a fresh page. Take a fresh page. You'll have to tear it. At least part of it you tear it. At least part of it. Maybe, yeah. That's right. Maybe a part of it. All of it's alright. If you can put it out from your notepad, that's also fine. But at least a part of it. Tear it. Write your name on that. Write your name on that.
This is a fresh page? This is a
Fresh page. Not a part of this page. Because you already used this page. Take a fresh page. Tear it. Write your name on that. Either the top left hand corner or the top right hand corner. Yeah? Done? Your names are written? Yeah. Now, remember I asked you a question? Do you know each other? Yeah? Please pass it on. This side, ladies, pass it on to the person who is left. I'm starting with this row. You people don't be in a hurry. I start with this row. Ma'am, your name, pass it on to her. Your name, you pass it on to her. Your name, you pass it on to her. Yours. Madam, your name, you have to pass it on to that end. 1 minute. Madam, your name, you have to pass it on to the next. Yeah? Same. Your name to the next. Your name to the next. You pass it on to the person behind you. Behind you. You pass it on to the person next. I hope you understand the exercise. Yeah? So maybe we can start here. Will you go to seniors? Yeah? Will you go to seniors? 1 minute. Let me give them instructions. Meanwhile, you pass on. Should I tell each and everyone? Madam, you to the next. 1 minute, baby. 1 minute, lady. 1 minute, wait. Will I come to you? You pass it on. Your name, your name, your name. That's okay. You might have seen each other yesterday. You might have interacted with each other yesterday. No. You need to interact with all. 1 whole day. 3 days. 3 days? Yes. Ah. Very that shows. There is nothing called tea break, lunch break, coming before time, staying back after. When I meet with someone, do I interact? Right, that's it. Go on, move on, move on. Your name to the next place, madam. Your name to the next person. Your name to the next. Yes, and so on. Yeah, now tell me. Tell me, lady, what is your problem? You don't know each other. That's what they have been asking. And I said you have been together for 3 days. So whatever little you have seen, yours to the next, behind, and you to the next. Your name, your name, your name. You understood now? You understood now? Madams, did you understand now? So last, move on. We are taking a lot of time. Madam, here, can you please take, and yours has to be passed to the next one. Yours has to be passed to the next one. Yours name, Akka. You are not participating. Then you pass on your name to the next one. And you pass on your name to the next one. Your left goes. You give it to the first. You go. Give it to the first. Your name, the paper with your name, you have to give it to the first lady. Please, quick. We are all teachers. We talk about time management to our students. Right? What takes so long? What takes so long? This is how we talk to our students. What makes you stop for such a lot of time, wasn't it? Isn't it the way that we talk? Okay. Shall we leave off this verse? Yeah? We'll leave off this verse. Let's start here. Sir, move on. Did we do it already? Yeah. Pass on. Not what he gave, your name. Whatever paper is written, your name. That you have to pass on to your next. And so on. Behind. No, behind. Behind. Last. Only the page which has your name. And the next. Sir, to the next. I thought precision is very important for engineering teachers. So I thought I'm being precise. Your name, the paper with your name. Next. Yours, done, over. Very good. Yeah. Next. And next. And next. On, quick. Quick. Yes. Behind. On, quick. Your name. The paper with your name, not what somebody else has given. Yeah? Come on, quick. Come on. Yours. Not yet. Move on. Yours to the next. Sir, principal that you sir and the students may. Yeah, over. Very good. Sir, here. Is there anyone in between? Then you will be. Sir, you have to take from me. Sir, participated. And I left out the seniors actually. Did you participate, sir? Participate just then and then. Left it, you wouldn't mind. Okay, fine. Yes, fine. Okay, done. Okay. Ready? Write 5 positives that you have noticed about the person whose paper is with you. 5 positives about the person whose paper is with you. Now I see some people, hey, I don't know about you. What do I do? Is it? Yeah? This is the problem. We are all teachers. We talk to our students about cohesion, collaboration, cooperation, and whatnot. And when we meet up with new people, 3 days of life. Go on. Whatever you know, you have to write. Whatever you know, you have to write. Now it is a forced choice. You don't have a choice. It's a forced choice. You know the forced choice methods, right? So this is one of the forced choice methods. Yeah? Again, 2 minutes time, started already. 2 minutes, out of which about 15 seconds are already over. Yeah, you don't have to talk now. Whatever you know, you write. Madam. Stop. 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 Yeah. What should be the next? You don't even know the positives, will you be able to write the negatives? So we'll stop at that. We'll stop at that. Now you take your papers back. Now you take your papers back from your colleagues. Hence, say answer. Take your papers back from your colleagues. It's also like an examination paper, right? You're eagerly reading what is written. Yeah? I notice all the non-verbal communication from here. Everyone is taking back your paper? Everyone has your paper? Are you ready for some questions now? Now if the pandemonium is settled, then I'll ask you certain questions. Yeah? Now you have your own writing, whatever you have written about you, the 5 positive qualities, minimum of 5 positive qualities that you have written about you, and some at least 5 that your friends must have written about you, right? Put these two together, and check whether all the 5 that you have written about you and all the 5 that your friend has written about you or your colleague has written about you have matched word to word, meaning to meaning. Sometimes it may not be exact word, but meaning may be the same, synonyms, you know, very close in the meaning, very close in the meaning, very close in the meaning. Cheerful and friendliness are not one and the same. Yeah? So don't unnecessarily misinterpret words. Only if they are very close in the meaning, please raise the hands for those where all the 5 that you have written and all the 5 that your colleague has written have exactly matched in meaning, in content, if not the same words, still. Any hands? 4 in 5, 5 in 5, 0. 4 in 5, 4 in 5. Exact. Meaning is the same. She's written exactly what you felt about yourself. 3 in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 2 in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. 1 in 5. 0 in 5. 0 in 5. Yeah, why not? 0 in 5. Be honest. Be honest. We are not going to diagnose you with something, please. Nothing. There is no judgment here. We are not going to judge you. Neither are we going to diagnose you with anything. I am not a clinical psychologist. I am just a counseling psychologist and health psychologist. Yeah? 0 in 5. Come on, be honest and raise your hands boldly, honestly. Okay, fine. What if we had written negatives also? I'll tell you a small anecdote. Shall I? Some stories here and there, some anecdotes here and there. Sir, permit me. There are teachers. How long? We tell stories to students sometimes. I don't know. How many of you use stories? Very good. Yeah. This is not a story actually, it's an anecdote. It's an experience shared by one of the very well-noted HR specialists of the country. Human resources, HRD specialists of the country who has written textbooks as well. So he is one of those, a pioneer, who, management people? Any management people? Any management? You know 360-degree feedback? Yeah. So he is one of those pioneers in that 360-degree feedback where it is as simple as this. When I am working in an organization, let's say we all belong to the same organization. I write about him, about everyone. He writes about him, me and everyone else. That way, each and everyone writes about self as well as everyone else around, who are working along with them. Am I right? So that is 360-degree feedback about everybody who is working with me. So that way, the particular organization, big, very huge, famous organization, he conducted this 360-degree feedback. And there was the top, the head. Let's say he's the MD. So he said, you do it for all the others. I know what the feedback is. I know what people have for me. They are so loyal to me. They are so grateful to me that if they write all those things, it will be very embarrassing for me. So it's all right. You don't have to give. I know. See, after all, it's my organization. I know what it is. So you do it for the others, not me. Then I believe this man said, no, it is mandatory. It's only a formality, Let's do this feedback even for you. So he was also included. And when the feedback came, everyone will have their own feedback. He analyzes, this man analyzes all that and gives a report. So for this particular MD, yes, people were grateful to him, people are loyal to him, all those, yes, tick. But when it came to his personality, I believe people said, he never even smiles. He is not at all cheerful. He is very detached from the others. He is unapproachable. Non-approachable, unapproachable. So I believe he said, no, this is not possible. These people are only look at how grateful they are, how loyal they are. But then look at how they have written. They are only looking at me as an MD. They are not looking at me as a person. See, when I sit in that position as a highest official over here, and when this is my organization, probably people have that awe, respect. Hence they are feeling like that. You don't know my friends and my family. Yeah, I'm very cheerful. I'm always laughing and making people laugh. Check. Then, since he's a friend of, both of them are pretty close friends, this analyst and he, then analyst said, "Chalo, let's go home. Anyway, you've called me for dinner, so let me interact with your household, your wife and children, your spouse and children." Then after going, why not? Take it. What is that? Big deal. They are a father. So once again, at home, he did the analysis. Same feedback. He never smiles. He's never friendly. He's so unapproachable. Or is non-approachable the right word? Whatever the right word is. Yeah? And it would be nice if he smiles at least once in a while. This man was so taken aback. He said, "Is this what, after all that I did for my family and for this organization all these years, is this what I get?" Well, that's when, of course, that's where the psychologist's role is. We tell them, we help them in understanding the reality and accepting the reality as it is, with with a proper perception of whatever must be going on in the other person's mind. Well, all that goes on. But look at this. Here, the summary of whatever I have told is, very often we think we know what we are, but then, after my next question, I'll go back to whatever I have been saying. In the 5 or more than 5 attributes that others have written about you, is there or are there people who have seen something which you have not imagined about yourself at all? I mean, for example, I find myself a very strict teacher and administrator, let us say, if I believe that. Whereas my friend has written, very friendly, very approachable. Oh, this is what they are thinking. I am pleasantly surprised. Remember, I have only taken positives. I didn't take negatives. Since it is positives, I have played it safe. So far. Right? Anyone who has seen the attribute which is written about you, or the quality or the dimension which the others have written about you, which you never thought they would write. Good. Something good. Anyone who didn't find it important to write about it, but the friend found it important to write. Like, for example, I may think, what is there? Sympathy is a part of our life. But then my friend has written, very sympathetic. So there is something which I may not have felt important, but my friend has felt that it is important quality in me. Yeah. Anyone who has found such descriptions about you? 1 hand, 2 hands, yes, more. Come on. 3 hands, come on. 4. Don't hesitate. Someone who thought the quality which is not at all important in you, but that has been written as the first in your friend's interpretation about you. You didn't find it important about you, but your friend found that as the most important and wrote it first. Anyone? How many of you are surprised at what your friend has written about you? Pleasantly? Pleasantly surprised at what your friend has written about you. Well, now let me start my presentation. We'll come back to this in a while. Well, as introduced, I am Padmaja, and I